Purchasing a buy-to-let property with a friend may seem like a good idea, but there are many pros and cons that you need to weigh up before taking the plunge. Being a landlord carries with it lots of responsibilities, so it does make sense to share the burden with someone you trust. Also, they have their own skill set and you'll have your own strengths, and you can each play to your own strengths in sorting out any of those landlord-tenant issues. Also, lenders do tend to ask for a higher deposit when it comes to buy-to-let properties, so pooling your funds with someone else could be a good idea. However, there are downsides as well. You can easily strain a friendship by going into business with someone, even if it's a really good friend. So one should proceed with caution. So what happens if your friend wants to sell the property further down the road? What will you do in such a situation? If your friend is unable to pay some bills, and let's say the tenant stops paying the rent, would you be able to foot the entire bill, because you would be liable for the whole sum? So here are a few things that you can do to minimize the risk. First, you should get a really good solicitor in place to draw up a formal arrangement between you and your friend. That arrangement will specify how much money each of you will be investing, your ownership, your share of responsibilities. And if your friend doesn't want to sign a formal agreement, then you should take that as a sign of perhaps future problems. Second thing to do is to get a will. People don't tend to think about making wills routinely when investing in properties, but remember that if one partner passes away, that you would want your will to specify where your share should go to. So that the form of ownership, whether you own as joint tenants or tenants in common when you buy the property, is something that a solicitor would advise you on, and you should take the route that protects yourself and your family in the future. And the last thing is, don't get pressured into the situation of going into a partnership with a friend to invest in a property. Just make sure it's all checked over and that you are protected and you know exactly what you're doing before taking the plunge. If you need further advice on investing in buy-to-lets, do give us a ring here at Belvoir Stoke-on-Trent, Leek and Biddulph. Thank you.